Allah says in the Qur'an, خَلَقَ السَّمَوَاتِ بِغَيْرِ أَمَادٍ تَرَوْنَهَا وَأَلْقَى فِي أَرْضِ رَوَاسِيَ أَن تَمِيدَ بِكُمْ. Now in this ayah, he's saying that Allah created the heavens without any pillars, and that he put the mountains in the earth so that the earth doesn't shake with you. And this is interesting, because the word alqa, which is on the fourth form, it means to throw, and it also means to plunge into, and it also means to surrender and capitulate. This is interesting because in June 2nd of 2023, Colorado State University, through Science News, they put out a study that was done where in the landscape of southern Italy provided them a long-term continuous, sort of like, it allowed them a continuous record for how the formation of mountains actually happened. Because there was a lot of possibilities before, some of which still stand. There are some that are done with lava, volcanoes, things like that, wind and water erosion through like plateaus and stuff like that. But the main thing is plate tectonics. And it's interesting that Allah said that if you read the translation, it says he placed them, the mountains, in the earth, right? But it says وَأَلْقَى فِي الْأَرْضِ, right? Meaning we plunged them. A meaning could be, one of the meanings, it can have the meaning of plunge into, which is what plate tectonics do. Another of the meanings is to surrender or capitulate. When you have two plate tectonics, one has to surrender and capitulate in order for the other one to, go up. Because as it looks, right, you got two plate tectonics, and then, one goes down and one goes up. So it's kind of interesting that Allah would use alqa on the fourth form in order to say how he put the mountains in, which is what studies are actually saying now, that he didn't just place them. The Qur'an could have said wada'a, right? That he placed or set down or put down, wada'a, right? Or da, like to put. But it didn't. It used the word alqa. Another word for alqa could be to like cast, broadcast. But on the fourth form, it's just interesting that Allah used that, and we're now understanding, because of a long track record of how mountains were actually formed for the most part. And the study concludes, the main takeaway is that the main way is plate tectonics. So I thought that was interesting, that the Quran said that and used that word, as opposed to the word that is for to put or place, right? Wada, but it didn't use that word. This is one of the reasons why you don't get the full story, right? If you read translations, they could be anywhere from wrong to, it's a decent kind of general meaning, but you're not going to get the full effect without the actual Arabic language. So I thought that was just an interesting tidbit. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.